Before you pull for the upcoming character Lynx or any of the other 4-star characters in Honkai Star Rail, there is a mistake that you must avoid making on your account, or else it is going to be pretty rough for you to get out of it. So that mistake is when you're pulling for a new character, don't pull on a banner just to get a single new 4-star. And the reason for this is simply because while there's like a guarantee that you'll eventually be able to get that 5-star that you're looking for the 4-stars, there's not really that kind of guarantee. And, don't get me wrong, Honkai Star Rail's 4-stars, especially, some of the ones that have come out after the game's release, like, Lynx coming up is supposed to be very good, Luca is also very solid, Yukong is also very good, albeit a little clunky before E6, but, the 4-stars are definitely going to be good, but because they're not as accessible as the 5-stars, there's just less of a guarantee to be able to get them, and that makes chasing a specific 4-star not worth it. And, to put that into perspective as well, when you're pulling on a banner, let's say for example, you're going to be pulling on Fu Xuan's banner, where the featured 4-stars are Lynx, Pella, and Hook, right? And let's say you're just pulling to get Lynx. Every time you get a 4-star, which, Honkai Star Rail and, like the Hoyoverse games, they're nice and they give you a guaranteed 4-star every 10 pulls. What's going to end up happening for every time you pull a 4-star is, first of all, the game needs to decide if you're getting a 4-star character or a 4-star light cone. So that's already a 50-50 you have to do. Then the game has to decide whether the 4-star character you get is one of the featured 3, or if it's an unfeatured character, which is, I don't have the percents on hand for that, but that is like another percent chance you have to go through. And then, even if you get a featured character, that's still a 1 in 3 chance to get the 4-star you're looking for. And, I've seen stories of people, pulling on banners and being like, yeah, I've pulled, like, 3 copies of this character and, like, 4 copies of this other character, but the character I was looking for, I didn't get a single one. So, it's definitely not worth it in that regard. But then also, I know I've seen some comments about Lynx specifically, since I do think she is going to be probably like significantly better than some of the 4-stars we've gotten recently. But it's especially not worth it if you have your guaranteed 5-star waiting, because in the event that you get lucky or you get through, like, if you keep pulling and get up to that pity amount, then you're going to be wasting your guarantee if, you don't want the 5-star character that's on that banner. And I think generally, while 4-stars are going to be more accessible, I do think that 5-stars are going to give a lot more value on 2 accounts. So being able to use that guaranteed 5-star properly is going to be the most, beneficial course of action for a lot of players. And I do also want to talk about my own experience a little bit, because this very mistake that I'm talking about, I actually did at version 1.0. When Jingliu's banner came out, I was very adamant about pulling for Tingyun, and the only reason I did it was because I was at 0 pity, because once I pulled my Sela, I stopped pulling on her banner because there was no reason for me to at that point. And while it did kind of work out for me, because I did only take like 20 pulls from like very low pity to get Tingyun, it's ultimately just not worth it, because if I had, not been as lucky, it would have taken me probably way longer, and I probably would have pulled a Jingliu. And while Jingliu, I do have my thoughts about him, and, he might have a bit of a buff coming in the form of Fu Xuan. He probably would not have, been as fun for me to use compared to, Sealer, compared to, like, Silverwolf, who I ended up pulling afterwards. So, just because you see some people getting that 4-star that they want super early doesn't mean that that'll happen to you. There's been so many, horror stories I've seen, through like YouTube comments, Twitter, Reddit, all that stuff of people just trying to get 1 4-star and after so many pulls, still not getting them. So, overall, my final thoughts on this is that if you're going into a banner and you want to pull a 4-star, make sure that there's more rationale for you summoning than just that 4-star. Like in my scenario, and I'll make a video explaining this more for sure when it gets closer, but for Fu Xuan's banner, I do really want Lynx, and I am on 50-50 right now. I'm fine with putting some pulls in, because if I do, win the 50-50 and get Fu Xuan, that's going to be great for my account, because I'll be able to build Mono Quantum. But if I lose the 50-50, then I get a guaranteed 5-star on my next character, which I'm planning on summoning for Jingliu. So, if I lose and I miss Fu Xuan, that's still fine for me, because I have a chance to get Lynx, and if I do, cool. If I don't, then maybe I'll get some Maidolon Pella, but it still will be beneficial for me. But if you're sitting on your guaranteed and you're only trying to get Lynx, you're only trying to get a single 4-star on a banner, I really just don't recommend it. There's going to be better banners for you in the future, and it's not the end of the world if you're missing like one character. But yeah, with that, I'm going to end it off here. Let me know what you all think about this in the comments down below. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely be sure to like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. But I will see you all next time.